Since 2003, the Coastal Studies Institute has been a multi-institutional research partnership engaged in coastal and marine science research in northeastern North Carolina and around the globe. The founding director, Dr. Nancy White, led CSI through its formative years, providing leadership and direction while construction was completed on the Research Education campus in early 2013. Dr. White retired in the summer of 2017, leaving a legacy of program building and partnerships. A national search for her replacement was undertaken by ECU and CSI and led to the appointment of a new director and dean of the newly formed ECU Integrated Coastal Program. Dr. Reide Corbett has been chosen to lead these efforts and guide CSI and ECU's coastal enterprise in this new stage of its continued development as a coastal and marine research institution.
I'm Reide Corbett. I'm the Dean of Integrated Coastal Programs and the Executive Director at the Coastal Studies Institute with East Carolina University. I was born and raised here in eastern North Carolina. I left for a while to get a couple of degrees, and I was lucky enough to come back. I've been at ECU since 2000. I started off in the Department of Geological Sciences, and as part of that, as a young assistant professor, working here on the Outer Banks and in coastal North Carolina. And I understand our communities because of my background. So my research background is really focused on land-ocean interactions. Whether it's my PhD, which focused on groundwater and its influence on coastal systems, to some of the work here that I've done in North Carolina since coming back, including looking at shoreline change, the influence of storms on shoreline erosion, studying water quality here in the Albemarle-Pamlico system and sediment disturbances. We've done a lot of work on sand resources off of our coast. My love of the coast is really at that interaction, that boundary between land and ocean, the influence that humans have across that boundary, and the changes that are taking place, and the influence that we have on those changes moving forward. Coastal Studies Institute is a multi-institutional research partnership across several universities within the UNC system. And we are focused on developing and bringing together scientists and working on developing a more resilient coast. We want researchers, active teachers, as well as engaging the community to be a part of what we're doing here in eastern North Carolina. Coastal Studies Institute is here to create a marriage between natural and social sciences. It's critical if we're going to understand the changes that are going to take place in the near and potentially distant future. As part of that, we have to engage the community, right? So our outreach program is critical to what we're also doing beyond just the research and the education. The Coastal Studies Institute and the Outer Banks campus is going to experience significant growth over the next several years. ECU has made a real initiative to expand its coastal enterprise. And what we're doing is bringing multiple programs under one umbrella, the Integrated Coastal Program. And so as Dean of this program, I need to link our Outer Banks campus, the Coastal Studies Institute, with all of the great researchers, all the great work and education that's being done on our main campus. And that's what we want to do, is look for ways, innovative ways of teaching across these two campuses, looking for ways to bring ECU students and other university students out to the Outer Banks campus. There's no better way to educate our students than to have them in the environment, to bring classes out here, take them in the field, bring them in our labs, and really demonstrate the dynamics of the system, the resilience of our community. And that's one of my primary goals, is to get additional researchers, students at the undergrad and graduate level out here to experience our coastal system firsthand.